November 7th, 1991 is still arguably one of the craziest days of my life as a sports fan. This is the day I'll never forget. This is the day Magic Johnson announced his retirement from the NBA because he contracted the HIV virus. I'm 9 years old when this announcement happens. I'm trying to process all this because you got to remember, as a 9-year-old kid, athletes are held in such high regard. They're superhuman. Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can affect them. At least that's what we thought, right? And then on the other hand, you got HIV. When somebody says they have HIV, you automatically assume, and you know, like, this is what I've learned and what most of us knew. You catch that, it's going to graduate up to AIDS, and that person will be gone in maybe a year or two tops. I know now society looks at HIV different. They got commercials. It seems so friendly, and I'm not trying to be funny about it, but HIV was the boogeyman when I was a kid, and it still is to me. I know they got commercials that say otherwise, but to a generation, to a certain generation, it's still kind of like, whoa, no matter what the commercials say. So when Magic Johnson announces this, a lot of us are scratching our heads. And I remember, like, damn, this is crazy. You know, being a kid to see this, and you just don't really realize what's happening. You know, I remember seeing, like, all the adults in my house that day. Everybody was kind of sad just paying attention to the TV because Magic was beloved. I know some sports writers took that time to really, you know, throw jabs at him and talk about him because of the lifestyle he lived before he got married. But that's besides the point. I remember the press conference, and I remember him specifically saying, I'm going to take this on, I'm going to beat this. A lot of people thought that was crazy, even blasphemous for him to say, because nobody had even dared to go head-to-head with HIV or AIDS. Nobody even thought to say something like that. But if it was going to be one person that was going to beat it or try to beat it or get close to beating it, it was Magic. And 34 years later, I mean, he's still here. I mean, those words are true. I mean, he's succeeded and it's gone above and beyond what anybody could have even imagined. You know, at this particular time, we thought he had a couple years left to live. And, you know, saying something like that, nobody really wanted to believe. But just an amazing thing. A crazy day as a sports fan. If you were alive when it happened, you know exactly what I'm talking about and how it felt to hear this news and see this.